We're now in one of the coffee areas here at Pat's Sandown, and I'm joined by show organiser Gordon Thomas. Gordon, thanks for your time in the middle of a very busy show, as we can see here. Sandown was your first show back in 2009. It's come on quite a bit since then. How have you seen it change over those 6-7 years?
We've got more exhibitors and we've doubled the attendance. I mean, we start off with 1,000. We should have about 2,000 retailers coming through the doors this year. We, when we started, we basically took about 3/4 of the Surrey Hall. We've added the Esher Hall. We've added expansion, so we're actually kind of using every available piece of space. We've also put in more catering. It's really important that there are visitor areas where they can kind of relax, sit down, have coffee. We've improved. The first year, I think we had probably 60 product launches. Now we've got almost 200 new products on our showcase, which is in the Esher Hall. Our seminars, we've kind of really increased the amount of those. And this is the first year with the seminars that actually each session's been fully booked. So that's great news. So they're kind of the big changes I've seen in the show.
And the other big change is that you've this year moved the other show to Telford from Harrogate. How's that coming along? Have visitors and exhibitors received that well?
Yeah, it's always a change. It's been very difficult. I mean, it's always difficult with anything. And obviously when we took the decision after a lot of research, understanding what the market was doing, where we could actually drive new visitors into the show from, we had to make a decision. We made the decision, and at the moment 80% of the space has already been booked.
Wow.
I mean, it really is looking stunning. We've got 130 companies who've committed to that, and I mean, we're talking about UK manufacturers, so the Hills, the Royal Canons are exhibiting, but more importantly, we're now getting international companies coming to exhibit too, and we're going to work very hard on attracting international visitors, and that's an important role for us, is bringing international buyers, help our exhibitors export, a really important part of the show.
That will be a significant development, and we look forward to seeing that later in the year. Are you noticing anything in particular that your visitors are asking for? Are there any changes that have happened over the last 7 shows that we're into now? Well, more than 7 shows, 7 shows at Sandown.
I mean, it's kind of development in this market seems to be much more organic than, there's not suddenly a new discovery of this. I mean, you're looking around, you see fluorescent dogs leads for night walking, for kind of urban dwelling, and I'm particularly focused on dogs because obviously it's quite a large part of the market, probably the largest part. We're also seeing people looking and recognising that actually the dog's nutrition is important, the dog's health is important. So kind of as we're changing as humans, we're also putting that onto our pets. A lot of raw food coming out, so a lot of fresh meat. That's coming, so you've got companies like Natural Instinct who are growing. But I think the really encouraging thing for us as organisers is there's probably a hardcore of 50 to 60 companies who started in the show when we first launched. Some of those companies have gone from small stands and now, they're really doing some quite exciting things. I mean, you look at Beko Things is sponsoring a lounge. They've gone from having a stand that was relatively modest to a whole lounge where they're talking now about recycling poo bags. It's only a small thing, but clearly that's how the world's changing. That's influencing the pet trade as well.
Another area that I've noticed over the years that we've been coming to your shows is what you're very good at is giving stuff to the visitors when they turn up. Obviously you get a show catalogue, but I think there's a buyer's pack or an order form with show offers and deals. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's a big thing for us. I mean, clearly from both the visitors and the exhibitors' point of view, and that they're really important that we work together with those two kind of constituent groups because they make the show. We're a facilitator by bringing those two together. We work very closely with Pedigree Wholesale, who have about 60 or 70 exhibitors who are doing offers through the show. So if you order on site, you actually get discounts, you get deals. And we also work with the exhibitors who aren't using Pedigree as a wholesaler to offer deals and discounts to our visitors. What I want to see is people ordering, so they actually take the opportunity of meeting their suppliers, placing orders. So everyone kind of benefits. The exhibitors are thinking, well, this is covering, obviously, my presence at the show. which is quite unusual for a trade show. And the visitors saying, actually, if I go to Pat's from Northampton, I can save myself £300, and that's really worth doing. Especially, particularly in the kind of tough times that we've had. So it's always been important to us to push that and make sure that the visitors get value and the exhibitors get value for the show.
New product awards, big thing. Lots of very happy exhibitors with their awards, and they're displaying their certificates with pride. How important do you think that is for both visitors and your customers from the exhibiting point of view?
Every time we do research, after every show we research the visitors and we ask them what they want to see, why they come to Pat's. It's all about what's new, what can we sell, what can we increase our margins by selling that's new. So we have a showcase in the Esher Hall. There were almost 200 products on it, entered by all the exhibitors, or virtually all the exhibitors. We then judge that. There's 7 categories, so it's dog food, dog accessories, cat, etc. We then judge that, and that's judged by a panel of 7 retailers on the first morning of the show. Then those retailers are discuss which is the winner, and new for this year, we've never done this before, highly commended. So we presented certificates to highly commended products. And I suppose it's an apocryphal tale because we work with the exhibitors so that they can market their win. They have the plaque, as you say, on their stands. They're very pleased. And I was talking to one of the exhibitors who said to me, I've won awards all over the place. He said, but the one that I want to win is the Pat's New Product Award. It's like the Oscars for me. And I thought, that's brilliant. And that kind of makes us very, not proud, but it does. It makes us very pleased that our exhibitors feel that's important. We want to use that on their marketing, that on their ads, in their PR. Because actually, when you've been judged by a panel of retailers, that's really important. And if you win that award. But the real key for those new products is, it's the same exhibitor actually then turn around and say, but the visitors are seeing it on the showcase and they're coming to us to say, where can I get this? How many can I order? And that's the whole key for the showcase. The award's important, but actually it's the displaying the product in an area where everything's all new together.
Brilliant. Well, Gordon, thank you for your time in the middle of what I'm sure is a very busy schedule for you. Hope the rest of the show goes well, and here's looking forward to Telford.
Thank you. Thanks, Todd.
Gordon.